Good evening and welcome to News 360. We are live from the News Hub here in Accra. I am Isa Moni.
And I'm Natalie Fort. A look at the top stories this evening.
News 360 Headlines is brought to you by Deluxipade, Heaven Black Mosquito Coil and Spray,
Premier Health Insurance, Calipo, and Nido Fortigro. Your love, their future.
Body of former UN Secretary General arrives for state burial.
Double track system in senior high schools kickstarts tomorrow amidst anxiety.
Also ahead this evening, physician assistants at government health facilities withdraw OPD services across the country.
In business, Ghana Revenue Authority clamps down on overstayed foreign vehicles under the temporary vehicle importation policy.
On the international front this evening, aid programs for refugees in East Africa shutting down as Western governments reduce funding.
Hello again, you're watching News 360, and tonight, the remains of former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan has arrived in Ghana from Switzerland, where he died on August 18. The body of the late Secretary General was accompanied by his wife, Nan Maria, children, and some UN officials. The remains was received with a brief ceremony led by Ghana Armed Forces and President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo at the Kotoka International Airport. The body has since been moved to the Accra International Conference Center, where he will be laid in state. The public will be allowed to file past and pay their last respect at the Accra International Conference Center on Tuesday, September 11. On Thursday's solemn burial service, the service will be attended by UN officials, heads of state, diplomatic delegations, and the general public. There will also be a private burial at midday on Thursday at the military cemetery with full military honors and 17-gun salute.
Now, the son of late UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, Kojo Annan, says the values his father lived for in ensuring world peace and unity should urge Ghanaians to foster greater unity. In an exclusive interview with TV3's Komla Kluche, he said his father's strive for perfection must be emulated.
How much would that be missed?
He'll be greatly missed.
Greatly missed. What's one thing that you can say about him that you think that Ghanaians must learn from him?
He was a humanitarian, and he believed in unity.
You think that this is one moment that Ghanaians should use to unite themselves from all lines, isn't it?
Most definitely.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Shirley Ayoko-Botwe, has described the late UN Secretary General Kofi Annan as the embodiment of the best of Ghanaian values, culture, and foreign policy. At a symposium in honor of the late diplomat, she noted his role as an international diplomat helped to promote Ghana.
After his retirement, Kofi Annan returned to Ghana and was involved with a number of global organizations. He was selected to lead the formation of the Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, became a member of the Global Elders, and was appointed president of the Global Humanitarian Forum in Geneva. He also became Chancellor of the University of Ghana and later set up the Kofi Annan Foundation. In February 2012, Kofi Annan was appointed the UN Arab League envoy to Syria in a bid to end the civil war.
Ghana's diplomacy has been mainly influenced by its key principles set out in Articles 40 and 73 of the 1992 Constitution. Kofi Annan's activity dovetailed into Ghana's international diplomatic aspirations, especially in the quest for peace and security, as well as a more equitable global order.
Some of his well-known accomplishments include his issuance of a 5-point call to action in April 2001 to address the HIV/AIDS pandemic and his proposal to create a global AIDS and health fund.
His role in Ghana's international diplomacy was on occasion happenstance, a happy coincidence of diplomatic values, and not always by some strategic backroom design. Yet, it allowed Ghanaians to also live vicariously through his triumphs and challenges as a world-renowned figure of direct Ghanaian descent.
The former world leader will be buried on September 13.
Authorities at the Balm Library at the University of Ghana, in collaboration with the United Nations, have organized an exhibition to celebrate the former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan. This is to honor him for his chancellery role at the university.
Kofi Annan served as a chancellor at the University of Ghana from 2008 to 2018, where he contributed significantly to its reforms. A 5-day exhibition by the Balm Library of the University and the UN office to showcase his exploits is underway. What caught the eyes of many observers is a book, authored by Stanley Meisler, entitled Man of Peace in World of War, which many say is a true reflection of the tough era Kofi Annan served as UN Secretary General. Head of the Balm Library, Professor Perpetua Dadzi, was overwhelmed by his contributions.
He supported projects such as the review of the curriculum. We in Balm Library are extremely happy and honored to even hold this exhibition in his honor, because through the intervention of our former Chancellor, Balm Library obtained $2 million for the expansion of the library. And with that expansion, we were able to have the commons.
Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Ebenezer Oduro-Owusu, also eulogized the fallen hero and described him as a gem who never dies.
As a human, you don't live for yourself. You live for humanity. So he exhibited that perfectly. Very selfless individual. A great peacemaker, not only for his nation, but for the world. He's encouraged us so much as a university. He's brought us thus far. So today, if he's no more with us, I think we have a responsibility to make sure that his legacy lives on.
The exhibition is scheduled to end on Friday, September 14.
Now let's move to another issue that is linked to the memory of Kofi Annan, education. The Ministry of Education says there is no need to provide academic material for incoming professional teachers before the licensure exams. Head of Public Relations, Eko Vincent, was reacting to concerns of some aggrieved teachers who accused the Ministry and the National Teaching Council for not providing materials for study. He spoke to our labor correspondent, Daniel Opoku.
The candidates converged at Accra College of Education to write the licensure exams. The exams, which were scheduled to start at 9 a.m., was postponed to 2 p.m. Some of them accused the National Teaching Council for being too laid back with information.
They said we are not professionals, but I think they themselves are not professionals. since the materials are not ready. If they are professionals by this time, even WAEC, they don't delay in their exams like this. They said the exams are supposed to start at 9. Now, 2 o'clock, 5 solid hours. Some of us are working with private sectors. We ask permission for 1.5 hours. We'll go back, thinking that by 11 we should be done and then we'll get back to work. But we are here now. You can't make any move.
We are just frustrated here. We are just frustrated. And I think they were telling us we need to be professionals. You who assumed yourself to be a professional body going to organize an exam for us to write, you are rather delaying us, causing confusion here and there. I think they need to be talked to.
Others also raised concerns about the essential skills paper, which they said they had no academic materials to study. What's essential skills? What is it about?
They say it talks about the educational core courses, but we don't know the exact content or how the content will be, how the format will be. We don't know. And we don't have any materials to read.
I'm not the only one who is frustrated because, as you can see, my colleagues to everyone is equally confused. We don't know what we are supposed to do now because no one has given us an official notice or announcement as to what is happening.
However, the head of public relations at the Ministry of Education, Vincent, disagreed.
A teacher is not supposed to be throwing blows with a student. These are the ethics that we are talking about. So we should be able to test these things that do you have the temper, do you have the charisma, do you have the courage to be able to deal with all these things in the classroom, and that is what we are testing for. So I do not see why there should be necessarily a manual for art professional teachers incoming to be able to read through. We are just supposed to test that the Ghana teacher standards that they are going to exhibit in their various classrooms is being adhered to, and that is what we are going to do.
He again pleaded for the late start of the exams.
Of course, being it first time, even with the WASI that we've written for over years, even in our various universities, sometimes they are bottled next year, and I'm not glorifying myself in the challenges that have come. But these are things that are expected. But that notwithstanding, as I said, we have our team on the grounds to deal with the issues that are actually, as it were, coming up.
The incoming professional teachers will write 3 papers, which include essential skills, literacy, and numeracy.
Let's stay on education as senior high schools across the country are ready to admit the first batch of students under the double track system. The Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa, who gave the assurance at a media briefing in Accra, said all the necessary educational tools and health services have been made available for the first semester to kickstart.
Professor Opoku Amankwa said the Ghana Education Service has gone into an agreement with the Ghana Health Service to provide health screening for students annually.
We had health challenges, especially in Kumasi Academy. Now, as a result of that, we've had a series of interactions with the Ghana Health Service. And we have recently signed an MOU. Last year, they did medical examinations for the first years, about 270,000 of the first years last year. This year, they're going to do for all of them, plus those who were not covered.
The Director General said no teacher will be overburdened to teach in both tracks because teachers for green track will be different from those of the gold track. He explained how no one will be affected for choosing a particular course or the other, debunking the notion that some students will lose out on the courses they have selected.
For some schools, depending on the number of students who are doing, for example, science, you may have on each track a science group. For some schools, depending on the number of students who are doing a track. For example, if you have, let's say, 30 visual arts students, we don't need necessarily to put them because we are saying that we are doing 2 tracks. You put 15 here and then 15 there.
He warned authorities to make sure no student suffers academically because they have defaulted in PTA dues.
No school should charge illegal or unapproved fees. Now, based on discussions with a number of stakeholders, we have resolved that PTA is an association for parents and also for teachers, but not for students. So under no circumstance should a student be deprived of academic work or any school activity.
The double-track system was designed by government to accommodate more students in the free senior high school system.
And now our citizen journalist Crusader Enu reports on an abandoned toilet facility at Elmina in the central region.
This building is a toilet facility put up by the previous government, and it has been abandoned 1.5 years now. This facility contains 22 flushing pots that will serve the Tetem community in Elmina. This facility has been left and children are playing within it. The same toilet facility is also put up in a roadside closer to Brunijma. We want this government to come to the aid of this municipality.
You can also send your video via WhatsApp on 055-1433-044. You're on News 360 and we'll return shortly with the business news of the day.
You're still watching News 360. A very good evening to you and thanks for staying with us. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampa, bringing you business tonight, and starting with the Ghana Revenue Authority is to impound foreign vehicles under the temporary vehicle importation policy, which has overstayed their time in the country. Now, the exercise is to ensure revenue due to the state is recovered.
The Temporary Vehicle Importation System, TVI, allows vehicles from other countries in the ECOWAS sub-region to enter the country without the payment of duties for a period of 90 days. According to the GRA, the system is being abused as owners of such vehicles end up selling them, denying the country of revenue. Last year, an estimated 30,000 vehicles came into the country under the TVI and have not exited. The task force checked vehicles at Teshi and Bachona in Accra using its newly developed mobile app, the Vehicle Inspection Monitoring System app.
You can see the vehicle details, you see the customs data, the vehicle chassis, the type of the vehicle number. The TVI issue to the vehicle too has expired. So meaning they are issuing the expired documents in the country. That is what we found on the data.
Go and buy food. So I drove this one because of this.
I agree with you.
I know.
But right now, the TVI has expired. That means you can't drive the car even. And secondly, you are not the right owner who should drive the car under the TVI. So you violated the TVI undertaking as well. Get out of the car respectfully.
The head of surveillance and monitoring unit of the GRA said the GRA is keen in meeting its revenue targets.
No, I think it will expire on the 19th. But right now, he's not supposed to drive the car. So we are impounding the car because you are not the driver of the car.
There's a mistake somewhere.
There's no mistake. You told me that they have taken the dog. This is the right car.
Yeah, sorry.
This is the car.
The name. My mind, I thought maybe they have changed it.
Because it's an operation, we have to pound the car for further directive from the Commissioner General. The next step. But mostly what we do is that we have to detain the car for Commissioner General's order, or we have to send them back to exit the country.
And away from that, the Association of Uber Drivers is threatened to go offline for 2 weeks due to the introduction of the SIM-box technology and high discount rates for riders, which is at their disadvantage.
2 weeks ago, the Association of Uber Drivers petitioned their management on some policies the company had introduced. Members said they were running at a loss as a result of the SIM-box technology.
Now they have introduced something they call anonymity. Now, it doesn't make sense because a rider cannot call me when I get to the destination. Sometimes I call the rider and the call doesn't even get to the rider. Why? Because they are using a SIM box system. And now we will have to call through the SIM box, and then the SIM box will now route the call to the rider. And sometimes the rider might be standing right beside your car, but you're calling and the rider is not receiving the call.
The drivers have described their partnership with the company as inconsiderate due to lack of consultation.
Though it is an app, you choose to join, you choose to go, but it's in a way pushing too much pressure on drivers. And the riders have taken advantage of this. How can you drive somebody from Trade Fair to Osu 5 Ghana cedis? And when you get there, the thing is discounted 100%. The person pay nothing. We have many evidences where somebody have to pay 100 cedis, the person pay only 5 Ghana cedis. As discounted fare. How can this happen to a driver who had only made 2 sales in a day?
They also complained of a high discount percentage to riders.
Registering our displeasure and the price that they give us. Yes. Registering our displeasure at the 25%. Yes. Registering our displeasure at the discount. Yes. Registering our displeasure at unnecessary blockage. Yes.
No management member was present to address their concerns.
And Samsung Electronics has launched its flagship smartphone, Samsung Note 9, in Accra. The new phone with enhanced performance has the best specs a customer will find in any Android phone.
The Galaxy Note 9 is the latest addition to the Samsung Note family of premium devices that set the bar for performance and power. All of Samsung's other hardware signatures like water resistance, fast wireless charging, expandable micro SD storage, and the headphone jack are still available in the Note 9. Galaxy Note 9 doesn't just continue the Note legacy, it builds on it, combining the Note's best, most loved features with groundbreaking innovations.
It also has 128 GB storage, which is a lot of storage for everyday consumers. That means that you don't need to delete pictures, videos. We're all on a lot of WhatsApp pages these days, and you get a lot of pictures and videos. You don't necessarily need to delete them.
From the best in speed and performance to the most advanced S Pen yet, to artificial intelligence enhanced software that makes the user experience simpler and more powerful.
In terms of performance, we have the Samsung DeX, which is a solution that allows a professional person to work away from home. You don't need to take your laptop anymore. Just take your phone, plug it with a DeX cable to a screen, and you can work away from home. The battery is amazing. 4,000 milliamp battery, I mean, it'll last you the whole day. We call it an all-day battery.
The first customers who purchase the Note 9 will get a limited launch gift valued at 500 cedis. This welcome pack includes a wireless charger for convenient fast charging, a tripod for S Pen selfies, on which you can effortlessly set up your device for your picture.
The pen is now Bluetooth enabled, so you can use it to remote control your presentations, to take the best shots when you're on a family vacation.
Okay, so there's more news on 3news.com. That will do for business tonight. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampaisa. Standing by with more.
Tomorrow news tonight, scores of patients who visited the Kwesi Mensah Government Hospital in the Ifia Kwesi Mensah municipality of the Western Region were stranded following the withdrawal of OPD services by physician assistants. The Western Region Public Relations Officer of the Physician Assistants Association of Ghana and staff of the hospital, Teresa Kraku, said members were only to attend to emergency cases as stated by their roadmap to government.
Normally when we come, is the PA who normally start the normal OPD consultation before the medical officers also come and join. But this morning I'm the only person on duty. But when I came, I haven't started anything because the normal thing is we are to attend only emergency cases.
We are currently at the OPD section of the Kwesi Mensah Polyclinic, where scores of patients have gathered here and they are waiting to receive medical attention. Some of them tell me that they've been here since 5 a.m. and they are yet to see a doctor. We are yet to establish whether the delay is as a result of the strike action by the physician assistants here in the region and across the country. What time is it? 5 o'clock.
Me have diabetes in pressure na medaba.
What's up?
Me baha e washa mentam na de wa be yesronko kakra. Ye baha 5 o'clock. Say ye be so doctor no ye djuma or de ye de baha na doctors no waka kire nde bia na woko strike na bibi dem but one can
man pocho say baha time.
Me do have 7.
Baha 7. Na ebe abasa no waka cho.
Oh, after me ko chichire me nsa.
Na baha de ya oya a delay the man.
Drum wo honte me tumi delay pa.
Na mpocho wo say e ba ha time.
We do at 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock na abasa wo catch.
Masa wan kan fe food akaka wo ya mam ma tan mo about 10 something. One point hama na kan senkan.
Yeah, but what's if doctors will problem, if we also have a problem at time yet ha, you ba ha be 6:30. You had your doctor put the wash him. No go hala.
You know what striker?
But I mean physician for now.
So no
strike cry yeah you that open 1 year right now so there.
Earlier we spoke with the medical superintendent of the hospital, Dr. Ernest Anderson, and he tells us that the strike action embarked on by the physician assistant is having a toll on the activities here at the Kwesimintim Polyclinic. He has to be in the office to take care of some patients before he will go back to the ward. So what it means is that if there's a problem at the wards, it will have to wait for the doctor to come to the ward before that particular problem will be attended to. Eric Yawaje, TV3 News, Kwesimintim Polyclinic.
You're watching News 360. We've got the latest of sports news coming up for you shortly. Stay with us. Welcome back to News 360. Entertainment news this evening. Well, winner of Talented Kids Season 9, Samuel Owusu, is out with the video of his latest single, which is titled State of Affairs. Now, the song speaks to pressing national issues such as corruption, poor sanitation, and the alarming rates of drug abuse among the youth, cautioning them to put an end to it.
MPB promise ya debia na boshe sina no se chapia futu kwanda hokwa bina nko ye na debia na ya nasa ya nwanwa ya tia fi no bubu obi achi na ninti mabu na starting ne miamia mafa ye mfo sabeti mama ye nya bre ya fedi sa meme ne siasia ye busu ya fo beti atua etu ahodo aya bu futu atia mo so ri akota kese na ma hyehyɛ kwasi broni su ban na mo masuasua.
After beating close competition to win this year's Talented Kids, young King Clef has proven to be a force to reckon with in the arts and entertainment industry. On his latest hip-hop track produced by Ikawan from the Beat Bank Studios, the 11-year-old young rapper Samuel Owusu highlights on some sensitive topics related to the Ghanaian society.
Trauma doma rejoana bupa buza joana nubonia boys and the frafra. Yana ne yeja no ma bregu munko sukunko penim dia mako siatra. Pomodin samato baha koshe krombola wo biani wompa wo be prapra. Na bra bode no kware babra.
State of Affairs by Samuel Owusu touches on politics and social issues making waves in Ghana. Many have described the tune as a classic piece.
Everything be falling apart. The people they blowing a car. Now no more this be the state of affairs.
Well, I think he's really out there. He doesn't have to wait, so look for him and enjoy his music. Now, this year's Social Media Week celebration has been launched. The week-long event is geared towards promoting the effective use of social media on individuals and society at large. Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Kwesi Agyeman, encouraged the gathering to promote Ghana's tourism on their various social media platforms, as that will help boost the awareness of various tourist sites.
With the introduction of social media over a decade ago, almost everyone and everything in the world is fighting for this social space. Tweets, comments and posts enable individuals and groups communicate with the world. Inasmuch as some people use the medium for the wrong reasons, its positivity outweighs the negativity attached to it. For this reason, Echo House, in partnership with Pulse Creatives, have set aside a whole week to celebrate this powerful platform for its immense contribution to the human society. Aside its fun part, the event will bring together stakeholders to brainstorm on how to use social media as a tool to promote and develop businesses for the nation as a whole.
I'm saying it's a very event-filled week. We're tackling all aspects of social media, how it affects the individual and how it affects businesses and community at large. Just a rundown from today until Friday, what will be happening. We'll be exploring the gig economy, how freelancing is evolving into more than just back-up, and it's now actually becoming something worth investing in. Then we have brands and the consumer. Thursday we have tech and the environment, and Friday we close off with content creation. So that being said, allow me to officially say that Social Media Week Accra 2018 is launched. Thank you.
Speaking at the launch of this year's Social Media Week, CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority, Kwesi Agyeman, highlighted the importance of social media in the promotion of the arts and the tourism industry.
We're also looking at ways that we can use user-generated content to sell Ghana. I mean, when we go out there and do the photo shoots and put pictures out there, what I call the trust levels are quite low, because people feel that, oh, they've looked at a very nice location and shown it. But when you are getting users themselves, user-generated content, people who are going out to our sites, people who are going out to our locations, sharing their information and re-tagging along, it becomes more believable. And I think that's what we're doing.
And that's how we round up News 360 this evening from the News Hub here at Adiso Ekanda. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Natalie Fort.
And I'm Isa Monde. Remember to visit our website for updates on any story that is of interest to you. Have a good evening.